The following is a local resident producer's program. The program content is the sole responsibility of the producer and does not necessarily reflect the views or policies of Oshkosh Media, the City of Oshkosh, or your video service provider.
Welcome to the 2019-20 Oshkosh Ice Hawks preview show. I am your host, Ron Klett, and I'm thrilled to be here tonight to moderate the program. This is our 11th season of Oshkosh Ice Hawks hockey. It's amazing. And with us this evening, I'm pleased to announce our new head coach, John Thompson. And a little later tonight, we'll be talking with our senior class and members of our booster club. We'll also be here. They'll talk about all our in-season highlights and fundraising and things like that. But first, head coach John Thompson, welcome to our preview show and welcome to the Ice Hawks family, sir.
Thank you, Ron. It's a pleasure to be here.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself since we're not familiar with you?
Yep. I was originally born in Chicago, but
Me too.
Yeah. Yay! Go Hawks.
Right.
Grew up in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan, though, way up in the UP. And that's really where I started playing hockey. Interesting fact about Sault Ste. Marie, it's a small community compared to, let's say, Oshkosh, a community of 20,000 people, but we had 5 rinks there in Sault Ste. Marie. So hockey was very big. We played a lot of recreational league hockey there, and I played through midget.
Oh, okay. So, so tell us about your hockey experience and your background.
Well, as I said, I played as a youth, and then I kind of stepped away. I did a stint in the military, raised a family, and then started playing hockey again when I was a little bit older. So I still play today. Whenever I can get a game in, I do play. I play some tournaments throughout the year, and I run a tournament called Old Men with Sticks every year at the Oshkosh YMCA. Play some league hockey. I organize a men's senior league through the summertime. So we get about 30, 35 skaters out there every year, and it's a good time.
Nice.
So I love playing hockey. I love the game of hockey.
And you hunker on the blue line, I hear.
I do, as much as I can. Sooner or later, the puck's going to come my way.
That's what they say.
But just stand there long enough.
That's what they say.
Of course, Ron, I wouldn't encourage that to any of our players.
Right. So you have a coaching staff in place already. So a couple of returning coaches and a new coach. So who's on your coaching staff this year?
Returning coach Stephanie Kay. I think she played out of Marion College. We have another returning coach by the name of Alex Paulson, and then also Tony Ingendahl.
Okay.
So all have coaching, hockey backgrounds. Very excited, though. I feel blessed to have them as part of the staff.
Nice. A lot of experience with those folks.
A ton of experience.
And a lot of those people have been working with the boys for a long time, so there's a lot of familiarity with those.
Yep, they really have.
So what can fans of the Ice Hawks, parents, students, things of that sort, expect this season?
Well, as I said, I'm fairly new, first season as a coach. My plan right now is just to implement a program, an overall program with the hockey team. I want to change kind of the style that I think they've played in the past. I don't want to reveal too much about what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, but you'll see a much more aggressive kind of style of play. I say that now, but I have to be aware enough to be able to change things if things don't work.
And that's really hockey's ever changing like that.
It is. We went to Madison this summer, and we played a few games down there in a tournament. And I think I had 2 practices with the team, and then we went to the tournament. So I wasn't really familiar with a lot of the kids. So we watched the first game, and they lost, unfortunately. They lost the second game. But we went back to the locker room. We talked about what we could do better and how we could improve. I suggested we do a couple different things, and the team responded very well. The boys worked very hard, and we came in with 2 more wins after that.
And
so
you saw, I could see that in sitting there watching a different approach that was the last 2 games, definitely.
yeah, so they're very responsive and receptive to new ideas and changes.
Nice.
So I think that's a positive kind
Sure.
of thing.
And that kind of leads me to my next question, I guess, was what are your goals going into the year? I mean, I know it's a little difficult being the first year and not knowing a lot of the guys, but what kind of things would you like to see them improve on from last year? Obviously, it was a little difficult season last year for the kids.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. If anything, I might have watched 1 hockey game last year. So I think they won 4 games out of 24 last year. So there's some room for improvement to do some things differently. So as we kind of talked about earlier, we're building and implementing a whole new program. Part of that thing, there's some core principles that we're going to implement. Respect, teamwork, hustle, and dedication are our core principles in everything we do out of the course of the year. Do I want to go out and win every game? Absolutely. That's our goal, is to win every game, but not at any cost. And at the end of the day, it is about loving the game of hockey. So part of that goal is that I think we have 4 seniors. I hope that when they finish the season, they walk away and they love the game of hockey and they continue to play. So,
Sure. Well, Coach, I just want to say thanks for coming by. I really appreciate you taking the time to come and talk with us. We're looking forward to you teaching our young student athletes and steering them on a path of success.
Yeah, I look forward to it.
And knowledge of the game. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having
very
me. I
much.
appreciate it.
Hey, coming up next, we're going to have all our seniors. They'll be here, all 4 of them. Welcome back. And with me now is the senior class for the 2019-20 Ice Hawks. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves, please.
My name is Connor Klett. I go to Oshkosh North High School, and I play goalie for the Ice Hawks.
My name is Luke. I go to Oshkosh West High School, and I play offense.
My name is Holden Robertson. I go to Oshkosh West, and I play center. My name is Alex Held. I go to Oshkosh West, and I play defenseman.
Excellent. So, Connor, let me start with you. Lots of questions going into last year, your first year up at the varsity level. You go to Sheboygan, and what happens? You see by the video that we're showing here, you pitched a shutout against a very good Sheboygan team. Mm-hmm. They're coming back to our house on the 23rd.
We're going to win. Never have I ever been scored on by Sheboygan, and we're going to keep it that way. I don't see us losing against Sheboygan. It should be a good, well-fought victory, but I think we'll win.
So, can you tell us what your thoughts were going from last year's goals to this year's goals? What kind of things are you looking to try and improve on from last year?
Team chemistry. Last year we struggled with it, but this year I don't think it'll be a problem with the younger team and the close bond with the seniors.
Okay. And Luke, last year, not one, but two. And we're going to look at them right now on the overhead. Not one, but two overtime winning goals for you, Mr. Magic Man. Unfortunately, you don't have your buddy with you this year, Logan. But what other surprises do you think you have in your bag of tricks for us this year?
I hope, with our line, that we'll have better chemistry, like Connor said, and get a lot more goals, and hope we never have to bring a game to overtime, because I know it's stressful for Connor.
Yeah.
And he's always talking about how after he doesn't like going to overtime, but hopefully we can prevent that from happening throughout with everybody.
But the overtime games are kind of fun,
Yeah.
right? I mean, a little stressful for everybody, but they are fun. I mean, especially if you win.
It depends if you win or not.
Right.
But
That's true, yeah.
Well, two of the wins last year were both in overtime, and that was pretty exciting, and two well played games for that group of boys. So what are your goals going into this year? I know last year you were hampered a little bit towards the end of the year, but what are you looking to try and improve on from your game last year?
I hope to work better with the team, because unlike last year, sometimes we had some team chemistry issues, and it kind of prohibited us from winning some games. The team kind of fell apart because they started yelling at each other. And I just hope to have a lot of fun this year. Mm-hmm. Being a senior and stuff like that, I just hope to have fun with the entire team and hopefully win more games than last year, I guess.
Excellent. And Holden, last year elevated to varsity also, partway through the season, I guess. We didn't see a whole lot of you early in the year at the varsity level, but came on strong at the end of the year. What are we looking forward to this year for you?
I'm just looking to make a lot of plays, be able to help the team out in any way possible, which is truly what I want. Just to be there and just support everyone, just push through and almost set a high standard for underclassmen to look at.
And last year you had your brother. You got to play with your brother a little bit. Now he's not there. You gonna miss him a little bit?
I'll definitely miss him, but I feel a lot of times frustration would get the both of us, get the worst of us, and then it's hard playing with your brother because you always gotta blame one or the other for something wrong. But he was good, and I'll miss him for sure.
Those conversations at home were probably really interesting.
Yeah, they definitely were.
The rides home on the bus too, I'm sure. And Alex, holding down the blue line last year. So tell us about what do you think? I guess a better question would be how do you communicate with Connor playing on the blue line?
Well, how I communicate with Connor is usually during practice. We like to communicate a lot. I know we just communicate on if it's a 2-on-1, 3-on-1, that stuff, who Connor will take, who I'll take. And then also we communicate in between intermissions. Then also when the whistle blows, we'll also communicate too a little bit there.
Mm-hmm. And how do you react between the up to the whistle? I mean, I know there's a lot of hockey can be very chippy sometimes, I guess. So how you got to protect him and you got to protect your players. So you're a defenseman, and I guess that's kind of your role too, right?
Yes, that is my role. If anyone gets near Connor, it's usually stand in front of him, make sure he does not touch Connor in any way, I guess. Mm-hmm. Then also you gotta kind of stay calm. You don't want to also draw a penalty. That's another big thing too. And
between the two of you guys are are you on the same line or are you on different lines?
We're not sure for this year. Nothing has been said, but I think this summer tournament, which went really well. I think we got some playing time together, which was good. Made stuff happen. So. Mm-hmm.
And last year throughout the season too, we played a couple times together. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for you, someone gets in your face. What do you usually do?
Try to keep.
That's what I thought, buddy. That's what I thought.
I mean, I try to keep cool, but it depends on the situation, obviously. Depending on the score of the game, too. You don't want to, like, if it's a close game, you're not really trying to blow up in some kid's face, yell at them, push and shove, try to keep calm during that. If you're winning, I've been known to casually say some things to the child, but otherwise I keep it PG.
So I want to kind of go around the table one more time and just ask the simple question is, what are you looking forward to most this year? We'll start with Luke. What are you looking forward to the most?
I just want to have fun just with the entire team and have a great time throughout the season. I don't want to like try to avoid like rough patches that were completely avoidable. Just just be friendly with everybody, constructive criticism, just help the team grow.
Connor?
As Luke said, I'm just trying to have fun this year, honestly. It's been a long time coming to my senior year, and I always used to look up to the senior kids, so I hope to set a good example for our underclassmen too, like Peter did and Timmy did my year.
Nice. Alex?
Well, I look forward to having fun this year, and then every year we go to Madison for a winter tournament during winter break. It's usually really fun. We go bowling, then we get some food too during the tournament, and I just hope to have a lot of fun, and I hope our team chemistry just builds better.
Yeah, well, I hope to enjoy the season. I know we're seniors, so we definitely have to have high expectations for what the season's gonna come, and definitely expect like greatness out of all of each other and like underclassmen that will be playing with us. But I'm hoping it'll be fun. We got a great group of kids this year, and definitely make something happen.
I'm hearing a lot of in the conversation the word fun, and is that something that I know you've been having some organized team activities, I guess. Is there a lot of fun going on in those practices, or is it business too? I mean, are you trying to get things done, but you're having fun at the same time?
I mean, obviously, when practice time's on, you got to stay focused. There's obviously the few jokesters on the team that are...
Who's the biggest jokester?
From this year or last year?
This year.
Ooh, probably... Well, I keep it serious a lot, but I do tend to be funny during practices. I'd say probably me, or Gibson's pretty funny too. He's a weird dude. Holden's pretty fun too. So, I don't know, but there's definitely like the serious times, and then there's like the fun times, like towards the end of practice usually it gets pretty heated and fun. But otherwise, it's pretty serious drills throughout the whole thing.
I mean, when we show up to play hockey, we're gonna play hockey. We're gonna push each other, try and be the best that we can be, because this will be our last year, and other kids only got a couple more years left and probably won't play the sport ever again. So definitely want to push each other, but enjoy it at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And it's kind of a fine line too, is going and having a serious mindset to the game, but also keeping it fun. I mean, because losing's not fun, but if you can take something away from it, maybe that's fun too, right? I mean, I know last year when you guys did win, there was a lot of water being dumped on each other and things like that, and the locker room was pretty loud, and those are fun times. So I think fun is something you guys are looking forward to doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I'm hearing.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, for coming by. I really appreciate it. And coming up next after the break, we'll have Heather Robertson, and our Booster Club president, Amy Spreester, will be here to talk about our in-season activities.
Here come the Hawks, the Oshkosh Ice Hawks. They check and forward check, because they're Ice Hawks. YMCA now, yeah, they're skating fast. Let's go, Ice Hawks, you talk the talk and back it up. You walk the walk. Here come the Hawks, 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 here come the Hawks. They are shaking in their skate every time the punches drop, and they know that both your offense and your defense can't be stopped. Ice Hawk breakaway, the 2-on-1 is set. A backhand pass, it's in the net. Here come the Hawks, 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 here come the Hawks.
Welcome back, and with me is the president of the Oshkosh Ice Hawks Booster Club, Amy Spreester, and the marketing director, Heather Robertson. Welcome, ladies.
Hi. Thanks.
So, Amy, can you tell us what is your role as the Booster Club president?
Well, the Hockey Booster Club Board, or club, was formed, of course, to support hockey at the high school level, whether that be fundraising, planning fun events, things like that. So I'm tasked to lead that group of parents and players to get that done. And I also work closely with the coach and the athletic director to make sure we're covering their needs. And I feel like I'm an ambassador in the community as well for trying to educate people about hockey in Oshkosh and grow the sport.
Cool. And what does it typically cost for a season of hockey then?
Well, that's the shocking part. Hockey can cost upwards of $50,000 a year
Wow.
for one season. And well, that's made up, of course, of like referee fees, ice fees being a big part of it, transportation costs to games. We're very frugal with our money. We don't take coach buses. We try to, spend wisely and keep our prices down. But even then, it's still $50,000. So we do a lot of fundraising to try to reduce that for the players and the parents. Hoping that we can at least fundraise at half the amount in a season.
Okay. And so then do you charge admission to games and things like that?
We do. It's $5 for adults, $4 for senior citizens, $3 for youth, and if you are a high school student with a valid ID, you get in for free.
Excellent, and excellent. So fundraising, obviously, very important to the Ice Hawks. And Heather,
Correct.
what kind of events do you use to help
Correct.
fundraise or offset the cost?
So our players and parents are involved in fundraising throughout the year, not just the season. One of our biggest fundraisers is we have a sponsorship book where we go out and solicit sponsors for local businesses and private ads. There's different levels of sponsorship. There's a $500, a $250, and a $125. With that, every year we print the Ice Hawks program book, which is available at all the home games. And that is our biggest fundraising opportunity. We can net up to $10,000. Along with that, we have another fundraiser where we are selling car wash gift cards. These are a $50 value. We sell them for $36, and they're good for 5 car washes, the ultimate car wash. And again, we encourage each player to sell 20 cards, which then can net us around $8,000.
So that will bring the cost down considerably for each
Absolutely.
player then, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yep.
And as a parent, that's good for me. Then what kind of events do you usually have during the season? Are there other events that you do?
There
You
are.
said year round. So
Yeah.
what are the other things that you do?
Another one of our events is a local golf outing, and this will be our 5th annual golf outing in the spring. The destination or the course is to be determined yet, but that is involved with 18 holes on a golf cart rental and a dinner. There's also basket raffles and prizes, along with games and opportunities to win games on the holes.
Nice.
Yep.
And so then there's also supporting community events, those kinds of things. What do you
Oh,
do?
absolutely, right. We do have in the past helped like with Food Truck Friday. We're hoping to do a food drive this year as our charity event. We try to get the kids involved in some kind of activity in the community. We've done bell ringing in the past for the Salvation Army, things like that.
And so you'd also donate your time as well, just to get the Ice Hawks out there in the community.
Well, when we're asking for the community's support, we feel it's a good thing to have the players out there showing that appreciation.
Sure, absolutely. So the season's coming up, right? I mean, we got, as we said earlier, the first game is November 23rd.
November 23rd,
That's
yeah.
our opening game. So do we have any special events for the season that we have planned?
Yes, we have some great theme nights planned. The first game is November 23rd, and in going with that, we've decided to do a food and clothing drive. So if any attendants that come, if they want to bring a food item, non-perishable food item, or warm clothes, socks, hat, mittens, anything like that, and donate that, then we will deliver to local food and warming shelters in the area. We also have our famous Skate with the Hawks night, where any of the people at the game can come and skate with the Hawks afterwards. Free ice skating rental from the YMCA, and you can get on the ice and skate with your favorite Hawk players. We also will, at the end of the season, we'll be having a senior night to kind of wrap up and celebrate the seniors and reminisce about their high school career and hockey career.
Nice. Okay, so you talked about Food Truck Friday and Old Men with Sticks and things like that. Talk to us about some of the other events that may be coming up during the season, like for game nights and things like that.
Another good theme night we have going on is the youth night. We really encourage the youth in the area to come out and experience hockey and see what it's about. And so that is a youth night where the kids will get in free. And going along with that, we're also reaching out to the local high schools to work with them and their fans club to have another successful teddy bear toss game.
That was a lot of fun last year.
It was a huge success last year. We encouraged then the kids to bring a new teddy bear to the rink, and after the first Ice Hawks goal, they'll throw it on the ice, and then after that, they'll be rounded up and delivered again to a local charity.
How nice is that going to be? Hopefully we can get that done. So how can we follow the Ice Hawks throughout the year to keep track of all these events?
Yeah, the Ice Hawks are on all the social media apps, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And then we also, you can follow us on WisconsinPrepHockey.com. And then we also have a livebarn.com where it'll broadcast the Ice Hawks home games at the YMCA.
Nice.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, ladies, thank you very much for coming in and talking about the Ice Hawks. And remember, as we said, our season kicks off on Saturday, November 23rd at the Oshkosh YMCA home rink. And where's the rink located, Amy?
The 20th Avenue YMCA.
Okay. And as Ice Hawk fans, we always want to encourage you to remember...